Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Rhino back with another incredible episode of the Lowlife podcast. With me, as always, my man's Dan.
How y'all doing? Welcome to your Friday.
I say
Goofball
that
this
to
week.
people accidentally now.
What?
How you dern?
Mm, I darn.
Like
I've
in
always
real
said
life,
that.
people are like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But it just rolls off the tongue. I like it. Wheezy, baby.
Howdy, howdy.
Um, all right, guys, we got an awesome show. This is gonna be the first of 12 interviews with the Idle Hands shows. Devil's Dozen, the final 12. We're going to get to know them. We're going to get to know what the fuck they've been doing with their bikes. So when you show up at the show, you know who you're looking at on the A side. All right. Now, not everybody got back to me in that chat about being on the show, but I think everybody should join. We have 12 weeks till the show. So that's going to be a lot. It's going to be a challenge cramming it all in. But
Sure.
at least we don't have to think about who we need to get as guests and come up with any show ideas. So
Right.
that'll
Yeah.
be
That's
helpful.
our intention, is to have each of the builders on to give a little backstory and talk about their bikes and shit. So,
This show is unlike any other in that respect. Like, you get the social media aspect, you get to see the bikes, you get to see what they're doing, but then you also get the podcast where they actually come on, we do a deep dive, and you'd be like, "Oh, this guy's awesome," you know?
yep.
Or, "Hey,
For
this
sure.
guy's a dirtbag, I don't like him."
Yeah. Absolutely. Give you a new list of people to support and
Yeah.
fuck with.
So speaking of the Idle Hand show, which is so intertwined with the Lowlife podcast at this point that might as well just rename this the Idle Hands podcast.
I've
That's
had the
pretty much
thought.
all it is a vehicle for the Idle Hands show. So I want to talk about just a couple quick updates. Number one, if you want to become a sponsor of the greatest chopper show in the history of chopper shows, you want to get in on that first year. That's how. See, chopper people, they don't like posers. They don't like people that jump on the bandwagon. They want to support companies that are hip, that get it, right? If you don't belong, don't belong type of shit. So the people that are the sponsors of this show the first year, they see what we see. They see the vision. They see what you see. And these are the companies that you want to support. Okay. If you want to be one of those companies, one of the cool kids, all right, you want to get in on the first year and be like, my company actually supports grassroots chopper shit. Get in, hit me up, slide in those DMs, get those greasy little fingers on that keyboard and slide in that DM and be like, yo, I want to sponsor that shit. I'm about it. If you want to vend, it's free to vend. It's free money, pal. It's free real estate. All right. Just hit us up and tell us what the fuck you're selling. If it's some choppery shit, leather goods, you got fucking t-shirts, that have old biker sayings on it. Whatever the fuck you're doing, if it's chopper shit, hit us up. We want you to be vending at the show. Vending spots are limited. Sponsors get guaranteed vending spots. Okay. The bands are going to have guaranteed vending spots. Like, people involved in the show are going to have, vendor spots. So hit us up now. It's free. And if you have to back out, I mean, that's kind of lame, but I guess you don't lose any money. Be a part of the Idle Hand show, especially if you're from New England and you chopper shit. These are your people. It's only cool people that are allowed. No posers allowed. Let's talk about some of the people that already hopped on board to sponsor the show. All right. We got my boy, Ron from Traditional Chopper Mag. Huge shout out to him, not just for getting involved with the show and being super stoked. We're going to go to his show, the Motor City Get Down out in Detroit. So you'll see me and Dan out in the Midwest in August. But he's also super helpful he actually knows how to run a show. He actually does big shows and shit, and he's been around forever. So he's been so helpful with fucking just knowledge, dude. Just dropping knowledge and making connections and shit. So big ups to Ron over at Traditional Chopper Mag. If you haven't already, go pick up the latest issue. It's out now, and it has a big old Idle Hands ad in it that you can clip out and put it in your scrapbook. Next up, we got Aztec Leather Company. Joe Greenleaf. He's one of the builders, but he believes in the show so much he's supporting it and he's in it. How cool is that? But I saw the shit, dude. Aztec Leather Company. Check him out, dude. He's a fucking beast.
Mm-hmm.
I actually want him. I'm going to hit him up, make some fucking leather goods for me. I need some new chaps, daddy, some assless chaps. We got Dirty Dan's Chop Shop. This is a fucking this guy is cool as fuck, dude. He's just like a one dude show. He builds fucking choppers and works on choppers, dude. So we're gonna have these sponsors. We're gonna do better sponsor spots. I just wanted to start shouting them out in the last 12 weeks. The guys are already signed up, but we'll get them out there. We'll get you guys some info on where they're at and what they do. Burnt Up Customs, our boy Matt, the artist previously known as Burnt Up Wood Burning, but now he does so much more, pinstriping and all sorts of shit. He made us the trophy for the last Spotted Chopper show. That came out fucking rad as fuck, dude. Matt's been
Yeah, it did.
supporting us for a long time. Go support him. Manchester Harley Davidson, of course, the host of the Idle Hand show, been so gracious, been so helpful. Shout out to Rowan. Shout out to Maddie. I didn't know this was gonna be like a shout out. It's like I love these people so much for supporting this already. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Absolutely.
Got Chop Ahead. Chophead, you guys needs no introduction. He's the most famous chopper builder in New England, arguably in the Americas. That's North and South. He's one of our, of course, celebrity judges. And again, he's been super supportive of the show all around. Check him out and mark your calendar for Laconia Bike Week. Custom Social. We're going to be there too. It's going to be sick. And there's going to be a tie-in with the Idle Hand Show. TBD. Last but not least, the Easy Co, our boys, John Craig. Again, another pair of celebrity judges. They've done so much work on this show. I mean, they whittled down these judges, guys. And shout out John Moorhead again. 150 bikes, whittled down to just 12. That is insane. And
Mhm.
there's been so many good bikes that are going to be in the show. Huge shout out to the B side. The dudes that are posting B-side progress, dude, you guys are fucking blowing me away, man.
They're
And
getting
guess
really
what?
into it.
If any of these 12 don't fucking show, they can't get the fucking cobble together the gas money to get out to New Hampshire, we're filling their spot. And we have a 13th redemption pick. Day of the show, judges are going to pull one of you greasy motherfuckers from the B side. They're going to get you by the scruff, and they're going to pull you over to the A side, give you a pat on the back. You're in the big
Coming in
leagues
hot.
now.
There's been a lot of B-side out there lately. It's really fucking awesome. And stuff
Picking
that
up.
like is really, really, really cool. So it's
Dude,
cool.
amazing shit,
Yep.
dude. Like,
Starting to see stuff painted and out running, riding right now.
yeah,
It's fucking
yeah.
sick.
Shout out Dog with the Butter on him. Probably one of my favorite screen names of all time. He's
Yeah.
fucking he crushed it, dude.
Yeah.
He tried to sneak in the last cut. He just tagged us as a collaborator.
Yeah. Respect the hustle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Isn't that what Choppahead did for Born Free fucking like 7 or whatever?
I don't know. I know it's something along those
They
lines.
like
I
put out
forget.
the flyer that they were in or something.
Yeah.
Respect the hustle. But
Absolutely.
show up with a running bike that's fucking badass, dude, and you could win that 10 G's, which we've met our goal. We have $10,000 for the winner of Idle Hands. We have it in the bank account. It's real, guys. Huge shout out everybody who's donated to the GoFundMe, everybody who's donated to the Triptych raffle, all of our beautiful fucking Patreons. You guys made this show happen. Without you, me and Dan would be like, oh, there's a new prize. It's $2,500.
Yeah.
But you Patreons, you guys have been signing up, hopping on the lives, getting involved, sharing our shit. But everybody who supported us in any way, just so humbled by it. You know what I mean? If you know me and Dan personally, we're not like, we're humble dudes. And I wouldn't even say we're just humble. Like, we're self-deprecating.
To a
We're
fault.
like a little bit self-loathing individuals.
We
You know?
hate ourselves for sure. Yeah.
We're our own worst enemies. But to have dudes that support us like you guys, it's just fucking amazing, you know?
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much. Couple of things I want to remind you of at the Idle Hand Show. There will be funnel cake. There will be insult comic clowns. There will be chopper games. There will be drag races put on by Fat Man Custom Motors and Kenny's House of Horsepower. It's going to be legit, dude. We're going to be doing chopper drags. We're going to be getting fucking rowdy, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you get out there. July in New Hampshire. It's not a hard sell. Tell the old lady you're going to paradise, to the Garden of Eden, and there's going to be motorcycles, okay? Danger Dan's international kickstart competition will also be present. So time those motherfucking motors, dude, because that's gonna be fucking that alone is a big enough draw to go to the show.
V twins only, by the way. I want
Is it
that
V
to be
twins
clear.
only?
V twins only. So yeah, if you got your little Triumph T100 or whatever that, starts like a lawnmower, it's gotta be a V twin. It says it right on the flyer. So but
That ain't a bad rule.
nope. No, I mean you have some super low compression, very low CC bike or whatever that will kick over when you
The
fart on
Japanese
it.
bikes are just
Yeah.
really nicely engineered.
Yeah. I mean, you watch that video that went around of Fat Man starting an XS 650 with his hand while he was sitting on the fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's
obviously he's
classic.
a very big dude, but you know, yeah. So it's got to be a V twin. But that's going to be sick. I can't fucking wait. The fact that we're pulling drag races off is crazy. That's going to be so much fun. I think that brings it to a whole new level.
Yeah, I just saw Fat Man out at the Seacoast Harley Bike Night, which
Yep.
was on the 17th.
Hell yeah.
And we talked about it. He has flag girls. He got lights. He's even getting like lasers. So it's not like someone timing it. It's like legit drag racing guys. It's gonna
Fuck
be fun.
yeah.
And if you're in the show and you want to drag race, we have no problem with you rolling your shit down there and going fucking taking drag. It's all about fun. This is a fucking party, guys. This is a chopper party. So again, there's not gonna be we're not gonna have the police there. You know what I
No.
mean?
But also this is just a caveat. Like we are also encouraging, especially the A-siders, to do the drag races and the kickstart competition, because if an A-sider wins the kickstart competition, what did Dan say? They get
Flown
is
out.
it huh? Yeah, flown out. Is it well, I think the winner in general gets flown out to Born Free Texas, but he said something about if an Idle Hands winner gets it.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yo, Doom.
Anyways,
Hey, what's up?
what's up,
So,
dude?
we're just doing a little light housekeeping and then we're gonna roll into this interview. I just need to announce our Patreon giveaway. We're gonna be pulling this. Oh, I can't even get this thing in frame. I can't even get this thing in focus.
Focus, you fuck.
All right. It's a one of a kind custom lamp from our boy Jean-Luc, my twin. He made it out of scrap parts. He's a very talented young fella. But we're gonna be giving that away to one of our Patreons. We're gonna do a Patreon poll since you guys have been fucking bankrolling this idle hand shit. I decided instead of doing like another raffle for the GoFundMe or whatever, just give it to our Patreons. I'm gonna be pulling that shit. Sign up for Patreon to get in on this. $10 a month. But wait, there's more. The shits. 2 of 3 of the Holy Trinity. We're gonna be doing 2 pulls. Someone gets to stock their fridge with the best hot sauce in the known universe, and someone gets a one of a kind lamp. He even told me what kind of bulb to get to make it like all fucking steampunky and shit.
One of those
Sick.
fancy bulbs, huh?
Yeah,
Vintage one.
with like filaments. No, none of that
Yeah.
LED shit. Doesn't have a shade.
Those things
All
are
right.
expensive, aren't they?
Is there any other housekeeping?
I just wanted to shout out the Lost Bada Chopper show, which is happening May 1st, and the pre-show that's happening. I'm sorry, the show is happening May 2nd. The pre-show is May 1st. The pre-show is a bunch of bands and stuff at their shop, so reach out for details. And then the show itself is May 2nd in Haverhill, Massachusetts. So we'll see you there.
And then May 3rd, Keen Swap. I'll be at that faux show because I need some parts.
I just got a huge haul today. Huge haul. My
Your
lowbrow order.
Affirm came in.
My Affirm came in. My lowbrow order and my JP Cycles order came in. Yeah, I had to get like all the dumb shit, the battery and brake lines and all the other like can't make it, don't have time to make it myself shit.
Odds
Yeah.
and ends that cost an arm and a leg.
Exactly. Yep. For a couple fucking $500 Affirm orders later, but yeah, that
Dude,
all
this
just
shit,
came in
shit is
today.
out of control.
It really
I
is.
wanted to get those little fucking floorboard tabs or whatever
Mm-hmm.
for the shovel. Bro,
Ooh,
they're $60, $70.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out actually to I gotta shout out a homie from Canada because he's actually hooking me up. Ricky. Rob Rickley. He got me, bro. He had a set and he said, just pay the shipping, dude, but I'm in Canada. So that shit might get lost in customs, but we'll see. But thank you for hooking it up. And thank you to everybody who's fucking gave me some suggestions. Someone sent me, oh yeah, it was Revenant Choppers was like, oh, Crispy Co has them for $30 a piece.
Yeah, dude.
Who buys one of those?
I just bought, good on you for sticking to your guns. I just bought 2 of them and 2 new sets of foot pegs from Prism Supply.
I can't do it. I'm
it
too
hurts.
cheap, dude. I'm getting priced out of the chopper building market. I'm going to have to start making everything, dude. Or just relying on cool people to send me stuff for shipping costs.
Yeah.
But I found one. I dug through every single fucking bin I had, and I found one. And I can't find the other one. And it's fucking really annoying.
Are you talking about the little weld-on tabs that go into the frame?
Yeah.
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 Maybe I'll start casting some of those, sell them cheaper.
That'd be
Undercut the
fucking
market,
sick.
man, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, we need some people casting parts. Like, those cast parts are getting out of control. The steel stuff, you know?
It's just mild steel. And you want $400 for a set of plates? Axle plates? Come on.
Yeah. I even there's a place I've been looking for a lot of different parts. I need a lot of parts, and I'm looking at there's a place, BMI Carts with a K. They have like a vintage motorcycle section, and you can get like $30 exhaust, like panhead shit, dude.
Dude, they
Clutch
have,
baskets, all sorts of shit.
They have like the spoke rims for your wheels. I bought a couple from them, pretty cheap too.
Yeah, dude,
Affordable.
wicked shit. You'll be offended how cheap this shit is, dude. It's cheap, but they don't have a ton of stuff. I think a lot of it is new old stock. Like, dude bought a warehouse and he's just been selling that along with go-kart parts for a long time.
That's sick.
It's like the home goods of go-karts and motorcycles.
Yeah, but dude, fuck, like pipes, like a fucking exhaust pipe for $30, chromed for a panhead. Good luck finding that somewhere else on the internet.
Fuck no.
Yeah, and a lot of it's V-twin shit too.
Yeah.
Like it's decent stuff.
Maybe we should just go in and buy them out, and then start selling it ourselves.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I'm in.
Jack up the prices on everything.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. New old stock panhead exhaust, $7,000. But they have a ton of, we got some people in the chat. We got Revenant. We got B-Side. Yeah, BMI. Revenant knows B-Side, BMI. Is it BMI Carts. Killer deals on coils, too. Yeah, they had some good shit, like whole clutch packs and stuff, like mad cheap, dude. Where did I learn about that place? It was on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. You shouted them out here on the podcast before. I just forgot to look it up.
Yeah.
Sounds
great. I've been scrounging the internet for deals, dude. Shit's fucking expensive, man. But it makes you get crafty. You know, I'm like, remember I was looking for foot controls and shit? I went to Prism Supply. I filled my cart up. It was $700. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're putting that on a firm, it still hurts.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
I wonder if a firm's like medical bills just be like, I can't pay you back, so here's $10.
Only one way to find out. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on my way there right now.
Man.
Papa, what the hell are you homos doing? We're just about to start having gay sex. Virtually.
Excuse me.
That's what us homos are doing.
Virtual reach around.
This is probably going to get pulled from Spotify because of that comment.
Probably.
Bad idea.
That would be a big help, actually, if we did get canceled.
Oh my God, I could use the sleep.
I could use the time, dude, to fucking build my goddamn bike. I did get some shop time in today. I got some did all the finish welding on the molding and started in on that Bondo, which is wicked fun.
Yeah, dude,
body work, dude. Everybody's
Bondo
favorite
brain?
chopper thing.
Let me give you a tip here. Ziploc bags, especially because of the shit you're using, Rhino, that 3M gold stuff, how loose it is, how runny it is. Mix some of that shit up, scoop it real quick into a Ziploc bag, and cut the tip and fucking like you're icing a cake, dog. Put it in right in there where you need it in your little seams on your molding.
Like fucking caulk.
Gloved hand, fucking smooth it in there. Or even better, if you can find some sort of the large popsicle sticks, like the tongue depressors, use that and go in there and scrape it. If you can get it all nice and flat with your gummy welds up underneath, fucking bada boom, you're done. Call it a day.
Dan, where was that tip when I was busting my ass doing the molding on this frame back here, dude? That shit killed me.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How'd you do it? You did that early. You did that really early.
I did it the fucking hard way, man. I just kicked
Yeah.
that shit in there, went in there with a blade, cut off the loose nubs, and then sat there with a palm sander, taking that shit down.
It's fucking brutal, man. I hate sanding frames so much. I have so much sanding to do to this panhead frame.
Another Bondo tip, if you're going to sand it, don't do it indoors.
No.
Because it gets on everything. And if you leave it there sitting on paint, it like works its way into that top coat of clear, and then you got to buff it off. It's just, don't do it.
Yep.
And don't
That's
breathe
correct.
it in. Or do. I don't care. I'm not your dad.
No,
I breathed quite a bit of it in. I had it like the door open, but it was cold today, so I was like,
Yeah, you guys look
I'll
bundled
close the
up
door.
over
I
there.
should be fine.
Yeah, dude.
It
I'm wearing
smells
like
good though.
4 layers. You said something about crop tops, and I was like, dude, there's snow in the forecast up here.
I
You're not even
forgot.
wearing you? Shit. You're getting a strip show on the podcast? This is a first. Rhino, you got to cue some fucking
Bow,
bow chicka wow wow during this, yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. I was up at the print shop earlier and I didn't have my crop on.
Is this
Man, I
a
was worried.
Colorado thing? I don't see a lot of dudes wearing belly boppers around here.
Maybe it's just me.
Zenith Motoco. What the hell did I just walk into? Damn. He's done this before.
Catching up on the chat.
There we go.
That's a look.
Colorado hot boy summer.
Yeah, no belly lint. No belly button lint, dude.
No,
Fuck
man,
that
I just
shit.
showered. My weekly shower.
Nice.
Weekly.
Getting in early.
Well, yeah, we haven't done a proper intro. We got Doom _ I'm assuming cult, even though it's a V. Doom cult. Where are you from in Colorado?
I live in Denver.
Denver, Colorado. Okay. I've
Not
heard of it.
from here, but I live here.
Where did you grow up?
New York.
Oh, no shit.
Like upstate or where?
I was born upstate in Rochester, and then I was raised out on Long Island, and then I was living out in the city before I moved out here.
No shit.
No shit.
My godmother's from Rochester. I used to go there.
Yeah, I haven't been there since I was 5, 6 years old, but my memories of it are fond.
Yeah. Long Island. How old were you when you left Long Island?
When I moved out to Colorado,
Yeah.
I was 22.
Okay.
Well, it was 2013. So whatever that is, whatever that 21, some sort of math. Yeah.
Okay. How you
Expensive.
Denver sounds expensive. It's like
Denver-
a tier 1 city. Yeah.
I mean, any city you go to out here, like if you're up in the mountains, mountain towns are expensive, but Denver's definitely grown exponentially more expensive since I moved out here. I had a 650 square foot 1-bedroom out here for like $700 when I first moved here. Now that same unit's probably $2,500 a month.
Fuck.
Without air conditioning. So, but no, I got super lucky and got my own spot now with my lady. So, got this wonderful garage, and while the mortgage is worse than most rent, at least I'm not paying somebody else.
Yeah. It's kind of nice to be able to fuck up your own shit and nobody can tell what you do. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, when shit breaks in your house, you're kind of like, I wish I was a renter.
Yeah. When shit
When the
breaks, you
boiler
don't want the
goes.
responsibility.
Yeah.
But then when
Or
you
there's-
fuck it up, you're like, I'll just do it again later. It's good enough for now.
Yeah. You just got like, when you do your home electrician shit and you're just like, do you smell smoke? And you just spray a little Febreze, You're like, no, we're good. We're good here.
What code?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You don't need to solder that. Just tie them together, electrical tape. It's fine.
Yeah, there was already a wire nut here. Fuck it.
Yeah. Especially when you look at it and the wiring is from like 50s and it's all
Mhm.
cracked and exposed anyway. You're like, I'm surprised this place didn't burn down 30 years ago.
There's still knob and tube in here, down here in my basement. That's like,
It's active.
no, not anymore.
Okay.
But it's
It's
still,
just like in there. Yeah.
yeah, it's still hooked up and shit. But it's not. Yeah, there's no power to it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's fucking.
Our house is
Cool.
from 47. And there's a couple outdoor lights that no longer function, but when it rains or snows and it gets the water on it, you can hear it trying to turn on, and you just hear this electrical popping outside the house. You're
Hmm.
like, I don't know if that's okay, but I'm gonna go to bed. It's fine.
Yeah,
We'll see if it's
shit.
here tomorrow.
Damn.
Ugh.
Knuckle House.
Yeah. That's
That's pretty
that's
good.
funny.
That's Zenith Motor Co. Someone wire up a knucklehead with some knob and tube, dude. I want to see that.
Yeah, on some 6-volt shit.
Damn. All right, dude. So you are the first of 12 builders to be on the show. I wish we kept you to last. That would have been funny. That would have been funnier. But um, how do you feel about being in the Devil's Dozen?
You know, when I was at work with my buddy when you guys did the announcement for the final 12, and we're sitting there, and part of me after all the bullshit this year, I was like, honestly, if I get knocked out, I'm fine with that. I'll finish the bike, whatever, no big deal. Then you guys, got all the way to 11 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. That's it. I was like, "Dang." And then, yeah, I mean, it was mixed, mixed emotions. I mean, now it's like I'm in, so it's gung ho. Let's go all out. I'm after it. But yeah, at that moment, it was pretty mixed. But now it's, now that I have the whole bike torn down, figured out the problem with the engine, started to do, the sealer coats, primer, sandable filler, all that stuff. I'm well on my way. Paint's on the way, so it's like, let's chase it. It feels good, but it is definitely stressful. You look at it, you're like, I got a year to build a bike. It's plenty of time. And then 9 months go by, and you're like, shit, I'm way behind on everything I need to do. So we're getting there.
Can
Can you
you
see
see the
that?
chat, Nick? I mean, not Nick. Nick said that.
Yeah.
Doom.
Doom, can you see the chat?
I can see the chat. Yeah.
Okay, good. All
Can
right.
you guys see it when
Cowards?
I show it?
Cowards?
I can see it
Okay.
when you do that, Rhino. Yeah.
It's hard to read and talk at the same time.
It
But
really is.
I try to do both.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really hard. We need a Jamie really
Yeah,
bad.
dude. If anybody's like decent with computers, let me know because I can teach you what you need to do. It would be really cool, and you get to hang out with me and Dan every week. Yay!
Just make Nick do it. He's a big shit talker.
Do it, Nick.
Nick,
Make him
you're
work for
Pussy.
free.
nominated. Unpaid intern, Low
For
Life
free.
Podcast. Yeah, but you know what? Maybe we'll make some money someday, and we can pay you. Throw you a few shekels. So let's just go over because some people maybe that haven't been following along that listen to the show. Tell us what you're building. And where how did it start, and how'd you get to where you are now?
I'll keep it this short. So a buddy down in Colorado Springs had a basket case SNS motor. Ended up picking it up off him for the next project. I wanted something big, something fast. But he had torn it down and got it all show polished and then never touched it. I guess it had been traded back and forth a couple times. So I got this big old, it was like 3 boxes of parts, and most, honestly, a bunch of it didn't even go to the motor. Some of it was shovel head stuff and random odds and ends. So I was going to build that motor up, and there was Craigslist is still active. Like, people actually use Craigslist. There's like
Serial killers do.
6 listings, but people still use it. And I saw one listing where this guy had a new old stock Paco frame, bone frame, and I'd been looking for a wishbone, and it had some like a panhead fender and solo seat and a bunch of, again, odds and ends with it. So struck a deal with that dude, picked that up. So I was sitting on the parts, getting ready for the next build, and that's when you guys announced Idle Hands, and I was like, I don't know if I'm actually even going to build this bike, but if I am, then why not enter this? So yeah, I mean, I just jumped in. I had, I think it was my first post was like a seat, a frame, a front wheel, and forks that I had laying around, and I was like, that's enough to enter. And I think the motor actually came after that, and everything just kind of in the stars just kind of aligned. So I had this vision for what I wanted the bike to be. My first Harley that I built, long front end Sportster, Second one, shovel head, short front end, tight, small. And this one, I was like, I'll find that middle ground between the two. So yeah, that's how I ended up here. By some miracle, the judges were like, "Hey, that dude doing something okay."
Coming along sick, dude. Look good to me.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's way more work than I thought it was. I have a 9 to 5. I'm building out a print shop at a tattoo studio in the basement, redoing their entire basement for the artists. So I leave work, I go over there, I do work, and I come home and I'm in the garage for, a couple hours every night, get to bed at 1 in the morning, wake up the next day at 6 and do it all over again. So it's been nonstop, but once by the way, I'm going to shamelessly plug events out here in Colorado and friends and stuff. But
Please do.
once the Spirit Run happens May 2nd, Bear Creek Distillery, once that's over, then it's, more time that I can spend on the bike. So yeah.
What's that show again? Is that something that you're involved in putting on?
Yeah. Yeah. So last year, one of the distillers and I guess event organizers for the distillery approached me and my sister Christina, Instagram at Little Hard Dad. She's rad. And said he wanted to put on like a art motorcycle show. So we did it last year and the turnout was bigger than expected. So we decided to do it again this year, but instead of doing it at the distillery itself, we moved it a couple doors down to their rack house where they store all the barrels. So we're going to have vendors. I think we have music, tintypes, low ABV drinks because drinking cocktails all afternoon is stupid.
Gonna crack open one of those barrels with a fucking hatchet and
Yeah. Yep. No, food vendor, I think is like a hot dog cart, which is super rad.
Dude.
So
I dig
yeah,
that.
we're doing, we invited a bunch of builders. We'll have a trophy for the invited builders. And then we're going to do just a general entry for any of the bikes that show up that want to enter. We'll have a trophy for that. Cash prizes for both. I just finished the event shirts today, actually. So
Sick.
those will be up for sale as well. Very limited. Super cool. Can't mail you guys any. Sorry. I don't have enough. But
No worries, bro.
I'll send you guys some other stuff. I got some cool stuff coming in. So
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're looking for if anybody has any cool shit, we're looking for like little cool shits to give away for the carnival games, so
Mhm.
people can actually win cool prizes, even if it's a fucking like quart of oil or fucking bottle opener or some shit.
all the
But
random
that
stuff in my pocket.
yeah, just random shit. Bring a fucking coffee tin full of nuts and bolts and stuff.
I'll send
You
you guys some shirts for that
Yeah.
so you can give them
okay?
away.
Sick. Fuck yeah.
You just brought up a good point. Dan, we don't have a hot dog cart.
No, we do not.
Never mind, I'm not coming. I'm out. No hot dogs. I'm out.
We originally were talking about doing a hot dog eating contest.
Yes.
The logistics of that have proven more difficult than expected.
Yeah, you have to have like a nurse there just in case someone throats a hot dog and starts choking.
Yeah.
I'm an EMT. I'll be there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do you want to run the hot dog eating contest?
No. Well,
Yeah,
watch.
exactly. If they die, they die. Yeah, but yeah. And who would beat Dan in that, says Bougie Billy. Dude, I can't put them back like I used to. I had 2 yesterday and I was stuffed. But
You get
I have a
heartburn
new
for that?
rule. I heard some shit. I only eat kosher hot dogs now because apparently the FDA allows fucking human meat in your fucking food. So
Human?
yeah, kosher is the only one that like it's absolutely 100% beef. So
I volunteer as tribute.
yeah, I mean, hey, if it's true, fuck it, dude. I've been eating them since I was a kid, and I've eaten a fucking lot of like arguably more than any other single food item by far. But hey, if I can stop now, I'm gonna.
I don't remember if it was you, Dan, or someone else, but when you're cooking hot dogs on the grill,
Mhm.
do you take a raw dog while you wait?
No, that was Loctite. I think I remember that
That was
conversation.
Loctite. Okay.
I remember that conversation
I
happening.
remember being repulsed.
No, I'm not I'm a warm hot dog eater only. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Like body temp.
Microwave is
higher.
fine. I did 2 microwaved hot dogs yesterday. I'll take a microwaved hot dog. I don't give a shit. Steamed is great. On the grill with a little bit of black char, that's my favorite.
yeah.
Fucking And
Camp-
only mustard.
Over a campfire is best.
Agreed. Totally agreed. Absolutely. Like a motherfucker.
Yep. With a
Yep,
sprinkling of the
absolutely.
ash on top.
Yep.
Yeah, get a
For
little
sure.
smoke to it.
Like a quarter fucking bottle of mustard on that
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah, I'm fucking in there like swimwear.
Yeah,
I'm
all right,
not-
we got to get a hot dog cart.
I'm not going to drop any names here. Last year we did a trip up to the Black Hills. So we camped on the south side, camping down there, rode around for a couple days. But one of my buddies who was there, we were all cooking hot dogs over the fire. And he says, hand me a hot dog. We give him a hot dog. You need a bun? No. You need a stick to cook it? No, I'm good. I'm good. Just starts fucking eating a raw dog. And everybody's like, he refused to fucking cook them. He only eats them raw. I don't get it. I don't fucking get
Only
it.
raw.
Dude, it's
your
just
friend
a bologna tube. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they're
exactly.
wet too. When you take them out of the package, it's like swimming in
Yeah.
hot dog juice.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying that I've never done it. Like those hot dogs that they come in like big packages, right? There's like 100 hot dogs in these fucking things. It's like a whole
Mhm.
brick.
Yeah, the big ones.
I've been like, if you ever grew up in the woods, if you're like a hillbilly like me, there is no livery, and we all grew up poor and shit, and there's no food at your house ever, There might be one of these huge economy packs of hot dogs though, and if you get maybe a little too drunk on Goatschlager, maybe, just maybe, you and your buddies just sit around, pass around raw hot dogs and munch at like 3:00 in the morning.
I mean, that was the same thing for me.
Yeah.
We were just high the whole time, We weren't
Yeah.
drinking Goldschlager. But that Mad
dude,
Dog, put down that
Back
Mad
in the
Dog.
day, dude, I drink
Dude.
anything that's wet. I don't give a
Ugh.
fuck, dude.
Dude, that MD 2020, man. So many memories just came back. Fucking A.
I don't even remember the memories.
Dude, that shit was nasty.
Dude, the night I graduated Air Force Tech School, I got off on some fucking Mad Dog, man. That was the shit. I was
Ooh.
like 19, 20 years old. I knew better. I very much knew better. And I was like, fuck it. Let me get a Mickey's and a Mad Dog. Dude, it was awful.
But yeah, I can feel the hangover as you were saying that.
Dude, and I had to fly the next day and shit. It was fucking, yeah, it was awful.
This chat
time.
is blowing up with hot dog recipes, dude. These guys want some
For
dogs.
real.
We gotta get a dog cart.
Sushi
At Al Hands.
style.
Maybe we should have a hot dog cooking contest.
Freeze them on a stick.
I actually like that idea a lot.
You figure out how to cook them and bring them, and then give them to me, and I eat them.
Wow.
Hot
Boozy
dog.
Billy,
You know how you
damn.
go to like a chili fest or something? Like,
Yeah,
how about a hot dog
exactly.
fest?
Yep. So all you coming out from the West Coast, pack up a thing of hot dogs, let them sweat in the back of your fucking bike the whole way out here, and then cook them up for us.
Maybe we do that on Sunday on the swap meet, dude, when we're all hungover and shit.
Yeah.
We just bust out some grills and we just fucking mow.
Yeah. It would be cool. I was thinking about that. It would be cool if we did something potluck style. If we did like, hey, if you're coming on Sunday, bring something.
Everybody's
Bring
just going to
some
show up with
fucking-
hot dogs, dude.
Yeah, bring something to fucking chew on, or bring something to, to drink or whatever. It kind of takes the onus off.
We should do that. We should do like a swap meet fucking grill out,
Yeah, big cookout.
Yeah,
Bring
like a
some
low
shit.
life brunch
Yeah.
with hot dogs.
Yeah, whoever wins A side has to cook. I like that idea.
They have to buy all the hot dogs.
Yeah. Well, I'll have the money.
Cook the
Yeah,
hot
ooh,
dogs on
dude,
the pipes of this
You could
bike.
cook them. Just pack your exhaust full. Do a burnout.
That's got Maddie Chopper Fisher written all over it.
Do it for the gram, Maddie.
Do it.
Fish
That's
Tank
awesome.
said
Cooking a
he'll
hot dog
cook
on your
one
fucking
on his
pipe?
rocker box for you, Dan.
I bet he would. I'd eat it. I'll eat a wiener off your box, Fish.
Yikes. This is officially the gayest episode we've ever done.
That's
I'm honored to be a part of it.
It's
Fucking
okay.
A right,
we
baby.
got crop tops and we're talking about wieners the whole time. We're not even talking about bikes at this point. We've been talking about phallic food for the last 15 minutes.
Let's circle it back. I had this crazy idea and I started working on it, and it's actually sitting in a box because I didn't get that far with it. But I'm making a hand-shaped hot dog gas tank.
Say that one more time. Slower.
Hand-shaped hot dog gas tank.
No way.
Hot dog gas tank.
I can't dig the
Holy-
box out to show you. It's buried under a bunch of other shit, but I'll
You like
probably,
hammer forming it?
Yeah.
Dude, that's killer. Are you
I-
recording the process?
Not at all.
Please do, for real. Please do. I would love to see that.
All right. Yeah.
That would be so sick.
I'll figure something out. I'll send it to you. I'm not going to show everybody my tricks.
Start
Okay,
a YouTube
fair enough.
channel.
I got a hammer and a
time lapse.
bag.
What about time lapse?
It's not a bad idea.
I love that shit, dude, especially with metal forming because, like, yeah, you're going to sit there and you're going to hit with a planishing hammer 10,000 times. But the time lapse, when you can actually see the metal start to shape,
Yeah.
I fucking love that stuff, dude. I think that's rad.
All right. Yeah,
I'm
give that a
excited to
shot.
see that.
But yeah, that was an idea I had, I think, last summer. And I was like, you know what? I think I could do it. And I started trying it and I was like, this is fucking stupid. Why am I doing this? And I started to take shape and I was like, you know what? I think I could do this. And it was just kind of up, down of trying to make some. So
Those metal shaping videos I watch, it's kind of like restoration videos or like guys that fix clocks and shit. It's one of those things you can just watch like while you're going to bed, and they usually do speed up the time, so you just hear the tick 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 tick, and then you can see when they speed it up, this flat sheet of metal just like turn into a cone or a hot dog.
I love those videos, especially like the third world country ones of them building like a pool in the middle of the jungle.
Yeah,
They built this
man.
whole elaborate, beautiful pool, and you're like, well, okay, like that's not. I don't know why they need that, but it's cool.
Right.
Definitely cool.
Yeah, I'm always like, dude, you guys look like you need to conserve your energy. Like you're out in the rainforest, you're building a palace with like, and they're just skin and bones, and they don't even have like an actual shovel, dude. Like I get fucking like butthurt if I have to dig a hole. Like I'm like, oh, I gotta dig a trench. It's gonna take me all day with like a bunch of different tools. These guys just have like sticks.
Sharp stick.
But they're also potentially, depending on where they are, they're unburdened by the concept of money in society and taxes and things of that nature. So yeah, they're digging holes with sticks, but I think they're probably pretty happy in that pool afterward.
Primitive skills on YouTube.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Hell yeah.
It takes them a long time too. So you'll be watching that shit for like an hour.
Yeah.
And it's sped up.
In time lapse, yeah, exactly. And it's 2 or 3 dudes fucking 2 handfuls of dirt at a time excavating that shit.
for 8 months.
Yeah.
Collapse into an hour for you to watch.
Yeah. But it's some really impressive
They get the camera. They don't got a shovel, but they got a camera. They got multiple cameras.
shit. The government put it there.
Yeah, I think someone's exploiting these poor young men.
I think so.
Yeah. Just like
They're doing
Dan
it-
sent me this video of a dude, like he's like naked getting bees honey out of a tree like 4,000 feet up in the air. He has a
Dude.
GoPro.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the
because-
GoPro?
Bro, that honey, that's like a viral thing right now. That honey that they're up there getting is like one of the most valuable substances on the planet.
It's mad honey. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's mad honey.
Something like that.
Yeah. And they have to climb these gigantic, like several 100-foot tall trees that grow out over cliffs. And they're out there and you can see them like where there's a knot in the tree where a little bit of water is formed. They sit down and they wet their feet real quick. And now they're like sliding down the trunks and dude, it fucking nuts. One single wrong move. And you have such a long fall that you'll be dead before you hit because you won't get enough oxygen to your brain. Like it's a long fucking fall. And then even then, the next thing that they hit is a fucking canopy of another fucking forest. So they're like another 100 feet and they have to go through trees. It's crazy as shit. And they're barefoot. I've never seen anything like it.
Who's
I
buying
couldn't
that
fucking
honey?
do it. Just to get the honey. But it's like the deep sea shit out in the Bering Sea. They only go out and work for like 3 months, but they make their nut because it's such a hard fucking job. You know what I mean? So they go out and pick 2 fucking things of honey and fight these wasps. And they're set for 6 months.
I thought building choppers was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? I was actually just thinking today, once you build a few of them, it's not even that hard. It's just a matter of like time management and money management, you know?
It's hard because you're getting better every time. You're trying to get better every time.
But you know what you're doing. So every
rethinking
time
the
you
same
do it,
shit.
it's like, does get easier. And I'm like, you know, like my first shovel head I built, it took me like 2 years. But this one's flying together, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you first, Dano.
I think
No,
a
you
lot
know
of
what?
that.
I'll go. No, I'm just kidding. There you go.
I think a lot of that too is like once you've done a few of them, you get the stuff that used to take you a long time down, like wiring, timing, all that kind of stuff. Once you're like, oh, dude, static timing's fucking easy. I don't have to look up a manual anymore to time a big twin anymore. You know what I mean? Like once you have that down, or doing your points or whatever, shit like that, spacing your rear wheel, shit that used to take you weeks that now you can do in an afternoon. I think that helps a lot too.
Nick's saying I'm unemployed. Nick, I have a job now.
Boom.
I am employed.
So, I was thinking about this the other day as well. I don't know, maybe you guys saw my little rant in the Devil's Dozen group. I was at work and I had way too much caffeine. I just went off. But to your point, when you first build that bike and you're learning everything, you're building that little informational database in your head, right? Now, if you go and watch some dickhead on YouTube that half explains something to you and you're like, oh, I can always go back and watch the video, I don't need to remember this. You're not actually
Mm-hmm.
learning anything. You're learning half and you're learning it their way, right? And, maybe I'm old school harping on get a manual, read the manual, educate yourself, get smarter. But when you build that first chopper, if you take your time and study what you're doing, figure out the why beyond just the how, that's
Mm-hmm.
when you start to actually learn stuff. So, with my first bike, I actually read through, and I mean, this was tedious and it was a pain in the ass, but I read through the entire manual before I even took a fucking bolt off that bike. And then stripping it down takes, a couple hours. But then from there, it's like, how does this work? Why does this work? How does this system tie into this system, right? You can wire a bike blind if you want, but if those wires aren't right, then nothing's going to connect. And it's the same when you're learning. If the concepts that you're learning don't interconnect, then you're not going to understand the thing as a whole. You're
Exactly.
going to understand
It's
each
not
little
just
part.
the process of doing it, it's the understanding what it's doing.
Yeah,
Like a charging
exactly.
system, you're just like anybody can figure out where the wires go, but you're not going to be able to troubleshoot problems downstream unless you understand what each component is doing.
Yeah. We call that theory of operation. You got to know what it's doing and what it's supposed to do. If you go to inspect something and you don't know how it's supposed to work, if you're like, that seems like a lot of play in that bearing, but I don't know. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
got to
that's the
know
other
how
thing
and
too
why
is
and
you've
what
done
to
a
look.
lot of the research, like your first bike, you do so much research because you're so stupid. You don't know how anything works. You
And
don't
you're
know how to
worried.
fucking,
You're
yeah.
scared to
And you're
fuck
worried.
something up.
Mm-hmm.
But then you start fucking shit up and then you learn how to unfuck shit up. And you're like, that wasn't so bad. The bike's not ruined yet. Like you already ruined the bike when you rip it apart. You know what I mean? Now you got to build a new bike that's different than the bike that you got, the stock one that Harley made. And you go through and you watch all the video. Like when I first did timing, like with points and shit, like you watch a bunch of videos and everybody
Mhm.
does it differently. And, everybody has their little tricks and shit. But then you find something that works for you, like between the 17 videos you watched, you take a piece from here, a piece from there, or whatever, and it works for you. And then that's the way you do it, you know? So yeah, that's true. Like the more you do it, the better you get at it. And the less you have to do the research, you can just be like, you don't have to look and see how someone else did it. You're just like, I already know how I did this. And sometimes like I'm ripping apart my transmission again. I went back to the same video that I found that worked for me, which is one of the greatest videos on YouTube. It's the Frank Kessler uh 4-speed transmission rebuild video from Lowbrow Customs.
That is a
Mhm.
It's
great,
like 4 hours
great
long, dude, and
video.
it goes through every single fucking thing that you will need to tear that thing apart and put it together, and if you just have that up, like, on your phone while you're doing it, you can't fuck it up. I
Mhm.
rebuilt my last transmission twice. I fucked it up the first time, but
Actually, a
I
little tip,
drink in the garage, so that's my excuse.
that I figured out: cellophane wrap when you have a video up on your phone. Because I just watched that video when I was fixing my brand new 4-speed transmission that I fucking broke.
Mm.
Those 4-speeds are not made for giant motors, but learned that the hard way. Anyway, if you take a piece of cellophane and put it over your phone, so when your hands are all oily and greasy, you don't get that shit all over your phone, and you can still use the screen.
Pretty good.
Because my
Mm.
shit was disgusting.
Yeah, mine's
Good.
pretty fucking bad.
Fucking
Mine's got
terrible,
clear
man.
coat all over it and
Oh,
shit. It's all cracked. Yeah.
yeah, you get metal shavings and oil in, like, the edges of the case. It's
Yeah.
The metal
brutal.
shavings too, they stick to the camera, and when they're hot, like, I've been doing, like, grinding and, like, fucking it just like they melt into the screen and shit, and then
Yep.
they're there forever.
Oh yeah, I got a piece of slag that melted into my screen like a week after I got this brand new phone, and now
Nice.
it's just like a big old mark on there. And my buddy who worked at Verizon who sold me the phone, he's like, "Dude, you are the one person that I would recommend getting insurance on your phone."
Mm,
But
Yeah.
well, shit.
I can't afford that, so here we are.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Well,
You just deal with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
If you're a dude that works with your hands, your phone's gonna get fucked up and you just have to get over it, you know? You can't have nice things.
no,
Your
never.
hands are gonna be fucked up, like, you're gonna always have a cut, a burn, or something annoying. That's just part of it.
Yeah, if you don't have cuts, then you're not using enough brake cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how you know you have a cut, is when you spray some carb fucking or brake cleaner or something, then you're like, "I guess I hurt myself earlier in this
Your
job."
hands just light on fire. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I use that shit to clean my hands, though, like,
every time.
I'll use acetone just straight up, just like soap,
Yep, yep.
which probably you're supposed to probably use something that's not as cancerous.
I have a I have a spray bottle that has Dawn dish soap and water in it right by the door. So every time I walk out of the garage, I just spray my hands down, scrub them, and wipe them off.
I do that. Yeah, the Dawn dish soap I use because you're always gonna need that, you're doing tires or whatever, like, I always have the Dawn dish soap fucking, when you gotta lube shit up.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Dawn is the best. Like, I found it, like, really like, cleaning parts and shit like that, like, it's really the best fucking thing for like, I have, like, the parts washer and all that shit, like, but you scrub that shit with Dawn, dude, works.
Good shit.
What do they say? Good enough for ducks, good enough for me.
Yeah, right. I was
Yeah,
gonna say the oily ducks and shit. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, for sure. That shit works good. Use
Probably
that to
cancerous as
degrease
well.
your engine and shit. But you get one of those pump bottles and do in real healthy mix of Dawn and some water, and then use that like the foam. You can get the foamy shit in a can. Just use Dawn. It works better. Fucking wash it off with your fucking hose or whatever, and then dry it off, and you're fucking Gucci. That shit works good.
I just had a
Yeah.
dumb idea. I'm gonna spray some Dawn water down my upsweeps and see if I can blow bubbles out of my bike after this.
That's hilarious. Dude, that would be
Dawn
funny.
drop
Yeah, if you
bubbles.
did that and then pull the plugs out so that when you're I forget. Yeah, you're doing a 4-speed, so it's kick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you kick it, you'll just get like a quick little bloop of compression. You know what I mean? I think that might actually work. That'd be funny as fuck.
If it works, maybe I'll try it.
That would be
Yeah,
hilarious.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
What do I got to lose, right?
Just pour some dish soap into your gas. That'll be fine, surely.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely can't be anything bad about that.
Zenith Motor Co. wants to know, from the top 12 builders, in hindsight, how would you have approached your build differently with cuts every 3 months? Great question.
That's a really good question. Think I probably would have waited to start ordering parts. Think I would have. So I mean, I had a pretty clear vision of what I wanted this bike to look like from the beginning, but you know, as you start working on something, there's small shifts in your ideas and what you want to do. I built a set of bars, got them all assembled, put them on, and I was like, yeah, that's not fitting. And you start spending money on stuff that ends up getting changed later. So like you, Dano, it's like now I'm all to the bits that I can't make that,
Mm-hmm.
I need to order. But now that I shaped my bars and got those done, built the headlight, built the taillight, built the sissy, did the seat, all this stuff, I found exactly what I want it to look like. Now is when I should be like, cool, I need an oil bag, buy the oil bag.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have been
Right.
like, cool, I'll buy a black oil bag and then decide 3 months later to be like, no, I'm not running a black one. I'm going to get one to match the paint. I should have waited a little bit on that. Gas tanks, same thing.
Oil is like the last thing you put in a bike too. So it's like really one of the, and if you're going horseshoe or whatever, it's like, yeah, you don't really need it.
I think, yeah, I mean, waiting to order some bits that I can't make would have been smart because I spent a lot of money on stuff that I didn't end up using. But at the same time, now I got it for a later build. So whatever. But I mean, I got 3 gas tanks sitting here that I'm painting up to do a giveaway on, and it's like, I bought these gas tanks, and then I didn't run a single one of them. It didn't fit my vision. And that's part of how I'd approach it. The other part is I would have underestimated myself less. I think I would have gone a little harder on the fabrication because what I learned through this whole process is that, a MIG welder, you can do anything with a MIG welder, and if you fuck it up, you got an angle grinder. So, I think I would have had a little bit more confidence moving through some of the stuff, just being like, if I fuck it up, whatever, do it again. But I was in the beginning of this because I don't have this fabrication experience. I was pretty terrified to make a mistake on a part that I was already 20 hours into, you know? And it's
Understandable, yeah.
like with the gas tank that I'm running, that one, when I was doing a little bit of molding around the bottom, I blew like a nickel size hole right in the front of it because I didn't check my
Oof.
welder. So then I had to go back, diagram it out, make a piece that fit in there, weld it back in, pressure
Mm.
test it. But had I approached it saying, yeah, I can do this, sure, I'd blow 8 holes into it, but I wouldn't have been so worried about it or hung up about it. You know, it's just, yeah, the parts are expensive, but if you set your mind to it, you really can kind of do just about anything, you know?
Hell yeah.
If it's not in the manual, then it's on YouTube. If you fuck it up and you can't find it in the manual, you can find it on YouTube. If you can't find it on YouTube, figure it out yourself. So
100%.
Real quick on the, I just picked up a service manual, and there's these dudes. There's a lot of them out there. They're doing bootleg service manuals. I picked one up, dude. I think it was like $30, and I got I think it's like 54 to 69 or whatever. So it covers like Panhead and Jenny Shovels. Um, $30. The print. It looks like someone back in the day, they used to do like the climbers and the Hanes and stuff. They do like Xeroxes and shit. So the pictures are trash because it's like a copy of a copy or whatever. But these bootleg ones that these dudes are putting out, like they're not sanctioned by Harley, so I don't know how long they're fucking
Mm.
gonna be out there for. But it just like it looks like a service manual. It's like orange and white, and it just has the year range, and it is the service manual. It's scanned pages from the service manual.
Mm.
There you go.
you can get them. I forget the website I got this from, but they're like, I'll post it to my Instagram if I find it again. But it's literally just the scanned book. It's like $20. And then, if you work at a job that has a printer, print it out there. Don't use your
Mhm.
home printer. It costs too much money. Use
Correct.
their stuff. It's free. But yeah, it's like $20, print the whole thing out, put it in a binder, boom. Service manual, you know? I think I got like 4 of these things.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's true. There's got to be digital PDFs out there that you can just download and have it right on your phone. I know that's very Gen Z of me, but I don't mind having it right on my phone because I'll just bring it with me. You know what I mean? I tend to
Can't
fuck up the book.
can never look at it on my phone.
I have it on my phone, then I can zoom in and I can like fucking highlight shit so that I can go back to it and whatever. When I have the book in my hand, like they all get destroyed. I've never had a manual last me for one full build.
I like having the book out. It makes me feel like an old head, you know.
Yeah, like
I just
grandpa.
get like following the lines, like putting a big old grease smear across there. I'm like, yeah, now I'm chopping. Now I'm building
Yeah,
bikes.
you're following the line and you're like, shit, the information I needed is under the grease there.
Yeah, now I
Exactly.
can't read
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. One thing I will say is if you're buying those aftermarket manuals, double check all of the torque specs on the small bolts because there are so many typos where it'll say like 10 foot-pounds.
That of
Yeah, yeah, inch pounds, whatever, and then you snap that head off, and you're just like,
Done that. Yeah.
cool. Now I need to figure that out.
Yep. Yeah.
Zenith with another question about the content part. Would you recommend next year's builders share a lot of the process or drop heat right at the cut? It didn't seem to really matter. Like some of the people that made the last cut or all the cuts, they didn't put a whole lot out, you know? And then some people put a ton out. Personally, I like seeing a lot of the content. Like I like seeing the process and the struggle and all that stuff. So if I was a judge, I'd think like the content part would play into my decision more probably, you know? Plus you get to know people like, like Nick, I think that his social media stuff had something to do with it, because it was interesting and engaging, and you could see that he was building his own shit in his garage. So like for me, I like to see the sausage being made. But it practically, I don't think it actually does matter as far as the judging goes, or it didn't this time, because like I said, like some people just showed up and dropped their fucking sick ass chop picture once for the update and it
Right.
got through.
I think that being a judged competition, that is something that you see in a lot of other people's choice competitions. You know what I mean?
Right.
Being that it's judged, I feel like you provide a product, and like, yeah, there's something to be said for if you provide more photos, or videos or whatever to really explain what you have going on, especially if you've done a lot of little things to your bike. You know what I mean? Like if Shithammer Art, for example, if he just posted like a photo of his bike from 20 feet away and that's it, he would be doing himself a terrible disservice because you wouldn't
True.
be able to see all the little tiny things that he did. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of, yeah, the judging thing kind of makes that more or less a moot point. It's like you're explaining it to 3 people instead of the world. You know what I mean? So it's like just show what you think is the important shit. And that's really what it comes down to. You're not necessarily trying to net new followers. You're trying to impress 3 judges. You know what I mean? That's it. So I think that kind of hopefully
Right.
makes it a little
And
easier.
most of them like aren't prowling on IG constantly. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I mean, that was
Yeah.
kind of exactly my stance. It's like if I'm sharing a bunch of stuff to stories and whatever, like, are they even going to see it? For the most part, Nick says that I'm an idiot. Don't follow me. I have no idea what I'm doing, man. I don't want to just post me fucking shit up all the time, again and again and again. Not to mention, like, first off, filming it to do that would be a pain in the ass. But like the important parts, the cool stuff, little snippets here and there, yeah, do that. But I know that Nick has great content. Smith was doing some really cool videos about his process through it. Uh, I'm just maybe I'm not built like that, you know. Like I'm looking back at like Zenith's videos where he had the whiteboard and his little pointer stick, which is brilliant. But
Mhm.
one, I'm spending my money on the bike. I can't afford a pointer stick. Two, I'm not smart enough to map all that out. It's all kind of in here like a spider web where I'm just jumping piece to piece. I come in here and I'm like, I'm going to do the seat today. And I end up doing 10 other things and then taking a picture of one thing that's completely unrelated to any of the 10 things I did. So,
Same, brother.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting to see how different people approach basically, like the same problem, right? It's like, how do you get a running chopper? I try to be a whiteboard guy, and sometimes I'll go and I'll write a bunch of shit down, and then I'll never look at it again.
Dude, the whiteboard
You know what I mean?
lasted me one fucking cut. It
Yeah,
still has everything I wrote down from the first cut on there. I never touched it again. It's been sitting in the cold and the heat. Now I can't even erase the expo
yeah.
marker. So
Dude, some motherfuckers put everything in CAD. Some people draw it out. Some people just like, I don't know. I'm kind of like a visual person, so I have an idea and I think I know what it's going to look like, but I actually have to get it on the bike or whatever. And I'm not big on like cardboard cutouts and that
mm-mm.
sort of like. I don't even. I have to just go straight to the metal and make it real, and then work at it that way. But I really enjoy watching people build bikes. I like to see how people make certain parts different ways and how they, like that's what I like to do. But
Mhm.
that's I follow along because I repost everything, so I've been following every single builder the entire time, B side, A side, like, and I love it. I love the process of building choppers, and I love the garage builders, and like I love seeing when someone makes something amazing out of nothing. That's the magic to me. Is just like, if you don't have money to spend on fucking nice parts, dude, you have to build your own. And you don't even have money for raw materials. Like you're fucking MacGyver, dude. You're taking like shit that you have laying around the garage and making it into functional shit. That's cool. And to
Yeah.
me, that's what it's all about.
It's the as far as like the cardboard templates go, when I'm trying to figure out something complex that I don't understand, the cardboard templates are awesome. And the best
Mhm.
part about it is that you get free template material every time you buy a case of beer. And the reason why I can't
This is
afford building
true.
choppers isn't because I can't afford to build them, it's because I can't continue to buy cases of beer so I get free template material, you know? But no, I mean, just a little bit of cardboard, an X-Acto knife, and you can start shaping out brackets and whatever before you jump into the raw material, the sheet metal or the round stock or whatever. But as far as the cost of that goes, find your local metal supplier and just ask if they have drops. The
Mhm.
scrap stuff that they cut off and throw into a pile, you'll find what you need in there in a smaller amount rather than buying a five sheet of 16 gauge mild steel, right?
Right.
Save money.
Yep.
Be cheap. Be cheap. That's something that I think more people need to embrace. Be cheap. Don't let
You
the
actually
economy
have to get out
dictate
in the
how much
world
you
and
pay.
find that stuff. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like there's not scrap metal suppliers on the internet necessarily, you know? Like, you have to go to your local dude that does that shit. They still exist, and that's how people used to do it, you know, to get cheap shit. There wasn't a fucking Home Depot in the '70s, or maybe there
I
was. I don't know when that
there's
fucking store started.
dudes who drive through my neighborhood in the alleyways on like trash day, and they go around seeing like somebody's throwing away this or that. I flagged that dude down once, and I asked him, I'm like, "Do you have any, steel stuff?" And he like gave me this old condenser thing, and I just gutted it out, took the metal from it, cut it up, and used it.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a tip for you too. If you can't afford it, just drive around the alleyways, look at people's trash. There's tons of metal sitting out there that people are just throwing away. Perfectly good
Mhm.
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, people have, like, nice stuff in their house too if you wanna just break a window, hop
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
go around
Just
the
hope
garage when you're not home, you know?
everybody needs a good B&E on their record, right?
Yeah, you've had to at least break into one house in your life.
At least.
It's very thrilling.
Yeah. It's terrible
No
advice, man.
comment. Yeah.
Only 3 contestants from the final 12 finished because the rest of them got arrested on a B&E charge.
Yeah, no shit. A home
Get a
invasion
hustle.
conspiracy ring. Yeah.
Yeah, we get RICO'd. They take
Spotify is
us down,
absolutely gonna pull this
prison.
episode.
Yeah, they have to.
We'll just come back under
So
another name.
before we do an entire episode about you building a bike for the show and don't talk about your bike, let's talk about your bike. Tell us about your bike and what you're doing to it and what you've done to it so far. Because we've only just given like snippets of it on the cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, where to start with this? So I approached it with the idea that I wanna, like, build as much of it as I can, and I have this sort of vision in my head and just finding stuff to make it happen. I ended up getting a fender that I chopped up, trimmed, get some metal to kind of make it mine. It's still got a ways to go. I made the bars. I don't have a tube bender. Fab Pigs on Instagram, they have a bender they let me use. Didn't work great for my design, so I ended up having to cut them in half and then weld them back together just to get the bends. Light was, you know, cardboard cutouts that turned into sheet metal that turned into a headlight. Front end,
Throw it up here real quick so everybody can get a visual.
Sick.
Damn.
yeah, all right. So like the front end, I had those are actually the forks that from my shovel head that I got some longer tubes, shaved them down, spent way too much time shaving those down by hand. Is that image up there or
I took it down. I'll put it back up.
whatever you want? In my podcast.
It
There we
is
go.
now.
Yeah, so the 40 whatever front end, shaved those guys down, did 6 over tubes, got a set of narrow width trees for it, built the bars, molded the frame. The paint that I'm doing, I didn't think it'd really lend itself to just, a round tube frame. So I wanted a little bit more surface area to kind of show it off. The exhaust was a absolute nightmare. I've never built an exhaust. Did not enjoy building the exhaust, and I have to chop a bunch of it up and redo it because it looks like ass. But
Mm.
the problem is when I built the exhaust, I didn't have the transmission, so I couldn't, figure out the foot clutch. And then of course the exhaust landed right on the tube. So I
Mm.
spent 2 months figuring out, does it go up and over? Does it go underneath? Does it hit the belt? Do I do something weird? And then finally I was like, screw it, drill a hole in the exhaust, run it through the exhaust. Why not? So the chain
Mm.
passes through the exhaust on the B side. I had a couple different ideas for the seat. And then, after building and shaping my own solo pans and putting that on there and upholstering them. I was like, I'm not loving the direction. Ended up with what are those seats called? What's that shape called? I guess
Cobra?
Cobra? Is that it? Yeah. So I ended up with that, shaped the pan out, cut it out, uh, did the foam myself. I got the upholstery all ready to go. I just don't know how to do upholstery at all.
Mm.
At all, man. Like I'm not good at sewing. I don't know how to sew, so we'll figure it out. Oh, the tail light, it's in another photo somewhere, but I had this really cool little death moth shape for a lens, and I had to build a housing for it, and I went over that over and over and over, 1,000 different ways, trying to figure it out. And finally, I just took some sheet metal and put a ton of welds on it, and then ground it down and made it work. So I got that. The C channel sissy bars are pretty straightforward. Um, if you're gonna do a sissy bar, start to do some of your bends after you got your fender and your wheel on there, so you can make sure the tolerances are correct. There's a couple other little things, the little details on stuff that I've made that's actually hidden on the bike. Um, you can't see any of it from the photo, so I'm not going to spoil the fun. It's like a Where's Waldo on my bike, but if you get in there and you look close, you'll see some nice stuff tucked in or tucked under the bike. So keep an eye out for that. But um, I think I said it in my post. One of my ideas was just kind of like a simple elegance to the design. The bikes where people go super hard, shape everything, crazy paint, crazy angles. I love them. There's a place for those. It's just not something I want to build. When
Mm.
when you look at from my preference, when you look at a bike and you go, that's a cool looking bike, you know, that's awesome. And when you get close, you go, oh wow, there's like a lot of fucking time spent on this thing. I really wanted to focus on things being technically difficult, but with a very simple overall appearance. So that's something I'm going to do with the paint as well. It's going to be simple, it's going to be clean, but when you look at it, there's going to be a lot that went into it. And a lot of that is going to be me just figuring out how to do it because I've never done it, you know? Um, Pearlescence, a tiny bit of flake, texture to the paint, uh, floating stuff on there, whole bunch of stuff.
Really?
Shadow box
Hell yeah.
effects, but we'll see how it turns out. I mean, what's the worst that happens? I paint the whole bike and then just have to give it an acetone bath and try again.
You got to listen to How to Build a Chopper series, part 3 and 4. Our boy Danny Panhead over here
Yeah.
gives you the 411.
No, I reached out to Danny just a couple days ago asking about some preliminary steps. And
Absolutely.
the first thing he said to me is, you shouldn't have done what you did. I would have done it the other way. It's like, all right, well, here I am. So we're
Hey, I'm
figuring it
just
out. We're learning.
here to help.
That's
I'm
that's what
just here to help, bro.
that's what idle hands is, man. It's just a big learning experience. Challenge yourself, push yourself, learn something new, learn a new skill. I think that was something that was said in the beginning. Do it yourself. Fuck it up. Try again. Figure it out. And I've tried my best to embrace that. I mean, as the testament with my metal scrap pile over here will tell you, that tail light, there's probably like 8 of them in there that I just absolutely butchered. So,
Mm.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's hit the nail on the head, man. This is really the answer to like what everybody hates about the chop community with the social media guys, and it's like you're not really doing it. It's like, well, this show, these people are really doing it. You see, you guys, like, you're working a couple of jobs, staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning. That's what it takes to build this shit. You know,
got on
like
it.
it's not convenient. You can't just do it on the Saturday. Like you have to put in a lot of time, a lot of money, and that's where the respect comes from. Like for us is like when I know someone built their own shit and they did it and they're riding it down the road or they're parked at a show or whatever and you get to admire them. You're really admiring all the hard work they put into it, you know, and that they built something cool and creative. Yeah, dude, like just staring at the picture from the last update, it's like you're doing all sorts of stuff. Like that frame is beautiful, and it's
Mhm.
stuff that like you don't really even see. And that's the other thing is you don't see that stuff when you just go to the show. It's all covered under beautiful paint, you
Right.
know? I like to see the fucking like, God loves ugly, dude. I like to see the ugly fucking mock-ups, the fucking shit that didn't work. I like seeing Bondo on shit, like, I like seeing an unupholstered seat because I've upholstered seats. It's probably one of the hardest things you can do, especially if you don't know how to sew.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like the whole point of fucking building this shit is that you can do it yourself. Like anybody with a bankroll can fucking buy the nice parts. And I'm saying you should buy some nice parts here and there. But for the most part, you should do most the hard work yourself and be creative and challenge yourself and get creative because that's where the cool stuff comes from. Like to
Mhm.
have a one-off thing that nobody else has, that's cool. And that's what separates us from a lot of the other motorcycle communities. Like I've worked with guys that they got, brand new fucking road glide or whatever, and there's a certain kind of fairing that they get. There's a certain kind of fucking light that they get. There's a certain kind of this, and it's like a status symbol
Mhm.
because they know how much it costs. It's the best according to whatever fucking shitty magazines they read, or what they've heard on the internet. But Choppers is all about individuality. It's all about being creative, and it's also more than anything, it's about the hard work.
I think that
But you guys already know that.
I think that's something that has faded a bit from the community. I haven't been in it very long, but I've seen countless bikes where people with a bankroll will buy the old crusty tank and the matching fender, the old motor and the old frame and just put it together and it's an old crusty chopper and it looks awesome. I love it. Right? All the numbers are right, the years are right. That's awesome. I don't have the money for that. I'm going to take what I got. I'm going to build it how I want. And it's that individuality that somebody says, anybody can build an old crusty chopper, but to make it from scratch and make it yours and make it custom and make it a reflection of who you are as a person is a whole different level.
Yeah.
I'd
I'm
love
not a
to see
huge
more.
fan of the crusty old choppers. Like part of the challenge is cleaning that motherfucker up. Take something from the 60s or 70s or 80s and make it look brand new. Put some fresh paint on that shit. Clean that fucking aluminum, shine that chrome. That's all a lot of work to do,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I mean, you give me $60,000, I'll build you a crusty old panhead that'll look real cool too. But ain't
Mhm.
nobody giving me $60,000, I'll tell you that, because I am financially irresponsible.
Yeah, that panhead shit is especially if you're doing that type of work, they're like, I want it to be authentic to the period.
Yeah.
They don't want no repop shit. But
Tons of respect if you can do that. I can't. I don't have the patience to source every little bit to year match a bike back together. That's insane.
Yeah, I'm too impatient for that shit.
Yeah.
I wanna build a new bike every year.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But
and then ride a new bike every year.
the
That's the
great,
reward at the end of each year. You get a brand new bike.
yeah.
You've been driving the same motherfucking car for the last 12 years, dude. You already did a head gasket on that fucking leaky Subaru Forester. But with bikes, you can bring these things back relatively easily, if you put in the work and you can have like something that nobody else has ever had ever. You made it for you and it's fucking a one of a kind thing that's awesome. And that's you don't get that anywhere else. Like even like car resto guys. Like I'm more into like the custom car stuff. Like restoration stuff. Yeah, it's cool. There's a place for it, but I don't know. It seems like snooty to me.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
The whole rat rod scene is awesome. Let me take
Rat
something
rods are sick.
let me take something old and crusty and chop it up and keep it old and crusty, but make it way cooler.
That
Mhm.
that shit is like the closest thing to choppers. I think that like that community is probably like the closest because they take these old cars that some of these old dudes are probably pretty pissed that you're chopping up some of these old buttes that are like
Yeah.
really hard to come by
Cutting
now.
the whole roof and slamming it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cutting the whole fucking roof off and then like giving it a shitty paint job and putting fucking a stereo system in it and shit.
Yep. While
But
we're on that topic, quick shout out McKinney Customs here in Denver. Father son business, super rad. If you need any old car, truck, work stuff done, hit them up. They
hell
helped
yeah,
me out
dude.
with my truck big time. Love those guys. So, yeah, quick plug.
Very cool.
Before we shut her down, what's your plan for getting out here? Are you just taking a weekend? You coming up just for Saturday?
I mean, it's a pretty far trip for me. So, I always told my lady that when my dog Apex passed, when it was his time, that I was going to jump on the bike and take him with me, go for a long ride, just disappear and figure out my head. Unfortunately, that time came sooner than I expected. And during a very tough time, outside of that, it's been a tough year. So it came at a bad time for me. So what I decided to do was to utilize the Idle Hands trip as that opportunity. I'm going to take some of his ashes and throw them in the paint. So he'll be part of the bike.
Very cool.
Sick.
And then gonna I'm gonna take as much time off from work as they'll allow. And if they don't allow it, then I don't know, I'll find a new job, I guess. But I'm planning on doing maybe like 10 days.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And
Sick.
I'm gonna ride from Denver. I want to ride up to Chicago and see what ferries I can catch across the Great Lakes. Because if I could land in Buffalo, that'd be great. But do that whole trip across, take some time, have a good time, check out some places, go into Buffalo, and then ride up from there. So the bike is going to be well ridden, and I'm not sure if I even want to wash it. I might just leave it dirty for the show. You
Road
know,
grime.
I think part of building a new bike, and like I get it, you want a clean bike to show off, but the dirt and the oil and the grime and the blood on there, it's all a testament to you using that bike for its intended purpose. So I don't know. Maybe I'll wash it just because it's being judged. Maybe I won't. I don't care. Either way, yeah, I'm gonna try and ride out, and then I don't know about after. I figured if I quit my job, maybe I'll go up into Canada and loop back, hit Banff National Forest, and cut back down to Denver. Or if they don't want to fire me, then maybe somebody has a trailer I can toss the bike on, give them some cash for gas, and then fly back so I can get back to my dogs and my lady.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we'll
that
see.
sounds good. That's a good idea, doing ferries across the Great Lakes. That would be a
Yeah.
fucking nice little lift and take some time off the saddle, and
Yeah.
just enjoy the fucking scenery.
Yeah, unless you end up like getting in one of those Edmund Fitzgerald ordeals and bike's gone and all that, but we'll see.
Damn.
Yeah.
It won't be November, so you're good. You don't have to worry about that.
Fair enough.
Gales in November will stay in November.
All right.
Great song.
We're going to shut her down. But Doom, thanks so much for coming on as the number one. You have the unique distinction of being the first Idle Hands builder in the Devil's Dozen to be on the Lowlife podcast.
Last announced, first on the podcast. But before we shut down, can I shout out a couple things real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Do.
Spirit Run, May 2nd. My birthday's May 3rd. We're doing the Doomsday birthday ride. After that, we have the High Country Hell Ride up in Leadville. It's like the highest town in Colorado. It's going to be a sick event. Paulie Wood on Instagram, he's having the Tanked Art Show. That's going to be a good time. Poke and Bears Chopper Chill Out, the Colorado Clam Bake, all Colorado events. If you're in, near, around, not too far, bordering, all the way across the U.S., whatever, come out to Colorado, check it out. The scene out here is growing, and it's awesome out here. So, maybe don't move here, but come check it out. There's already too many people here.
That's pretty active.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's
sick.
nice.
but
Nice
yeah,
scene.
it's good out here. So if you're ever passing through, don't hesitate to hit me up. Come kick it. Check out the shop. Ride a bike. I got a couple here. You can jump on one. Go for a ride in the mountains or something.
Yeah, I want to go out. I want to go out there just because I hear the altitude. I can get fucking hammered real quick, guy.
Dude, that was a problem when I moved out here. I went back to the East Coast. I'm out drinking everybody. You guys got so
Shit.
much oxygen down there.
Doom, do you have an album recommendation for this week? What have you been listening to?
A little bit of everything. I've been listening to a bunch of like outlaw country recently. Give me 1 second. Let me find some for y'all.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm going to burn through mine real quick then. One thing I wanted to mention about the Idle Hands hardcore show portion. We're going to be dropping down to 4 bands. Street Power, unfortunately, has to drop. So we're just going to run it with 4 bands. That gives everybody a little bit more time to play and whatever else. So the updated hand-drawn flyer will be coming out soon. And then my album recommendation for this week is Incantations to War Gods by Black Pilled, which is Truth's new band, and it's fucking so sick.
Really good, dude.
Like genuinely, it's sick. I'm not saying that because it's Big Truth. It's really fucking awesome. So go check it out. Righteous Violence is my favorite song. Truth's got a sick fucking in the middle of that song, and it's fucking perfect. So go check that shit out. It's good. It's fighting fucking people up music for sure.
My album recommendation, Pain Machines by Colin of Arabia.
Dude, get the fuck out of here.
No, I saw them at This Is Hardcore in Philly in 2007, I want to say.
No shit.
And they fucking lit it up. So that album came out a little bit after, but they're awesome. Check them out if you haven't heard of them.
They're playing Idle Hands show.
Are they really?
And yeah, bro.
Well, fuck me.
COA's co-headlining the Idle Hands show, and they're wrapping it up. They're calling it a day this year. This is the last year of COA. So actually, as of right now, they're calling it quits midsummer, end of summer. So the Idle Hands show is going to be one of your very last chances to see Colin of Arabia live and in person.
Be there. I actually got one more recommendation. I got a buddy who has a band called Shepherd. Sheperd. Doom style. Awesome. I saw them in person. 3 people. Heavy riffs. They're fantastic. Check them out on Spotify. Yeah, they were right up my alley. I was pleasantly surprised by how great they were. I didn't know what I was walking into when I went to the show, and it was awesome. I was wearing a crop top there as well.
I'm suspecting that's a thing for you.
Yeah, you should try it, man. It's liberating.
I will this year. I lost a little baby fat over the winter, so you might catch me in a crop top.
All right, I'll see you at Idle Hands cropped up.
Right on, baby.
I'm going to do the crop top, but I'm going to cut the top of my t-shirt off, so just my stomach is covered.
I think that's just called a
But
waist.
my bosoms and my arms are out.
That might be the male version of a corset there, buddy.
Yeah, shit. I'm just going to get you a pair of Spanx.
I don't have a single album, but I just been getting deep nostalgia listening to old music. Better Nezra, Bush, fucking Toad the Wet Sprocket, all that shit, all that good shit. 4 Non-Blondes. It's just, that's what I've been listening to this week.
Little Goo Goo Dolls, fucking Matchbox 20, shit like that.
Dude, Third Eye Blind.
Dude.
Yeah.
Third Eye Blind, dude, by the way, I'll put that out. That album is wicked good.
But yeah, they're one of
like
the best.
whole album's good. Like they had a couple of the pop hits and people kind of wrote them off, but that whole album's good.
Yep. Oasis, same deal.
Dude,
Oasis. Yeah, dude. Oh man. Good shit.
I'm not sure I'm on that boat.
Dude,
that's that 90s. That's that early 90s radio rock shit. That's that like Red Hot Chili Peppers and stuff. That's what you just hear on the radio all the time.
Yeah. That's like what was on that's like my early high school. You know?
REM, dude. Man, fucking A. Good shit.
All right, guys.
Cool.
Stick around, Doom. Guys, thanks for joining the live. And until next week, Lowlifes, in the fucking garage, finish those bikes for the Idle Hands show. Get in trouble. Break into a house. Steal your neighbor's shit for money. Have fun while you're doing it. And never stop chopping. Deadbeat Customs. Steve over at Deadbeat Customs is all about grassroots motorcycle riders who build and customize their bikes. When it comes to building a custom motorcycle, they carry the best brands available. Go visit their brick and mortar store in Tewksbury, Mass, or at deadbeatcustoms.com. Remember, enter code LOWLIFE at checkout to save some money. Stay Strong Co. Jean-Luc makes the most heavenly hot sauces in the world. The shits, and hotter than a Harley and a pepper patch, Lowlife chopper sauce. Go to staystrongco.org today and grab yourself the holy trinity of hot sauces. Beck Built Fab. Dustin is the plug for excess chopper parts. Drum, disc brake, mid controls, hand shifters, foot clutch, modded worm gears, intakes, and more. He can do any fabrication, weld repair, upholstery, or maintenance job. Check him out at beckbuiltfab.com. Revenant Chop Co. Connor isn't about overpriced lifestyle merch. It's chop clothing made for the garage, for the blue-collar builder who'd rather spend his money on parts than trendy tees. It's not just another stack of black t-shirts either. He drops wild garage-born designs that stand out, gear that looks great, covered in grease, or on the side of the road. Check out RevenantChoppers.com.